another edition of Lumberjack Logic Live. I'm your host, Neil Johnson, with an absolutely hilarious story today. So, you guys all know, right? You've heard about big balls. Yes. So these little, I mean, these kids, they're like these tech engineer kids, and there's like a different level of smart in the world, okay? I mean, there's people who are very intelligent. You can have great conversations. They're very well read. And then there are people who just have certain giftings of genius level smart. And I think actually everybody has this. They just have to find that area for themselves. So, I have found certain areas in which I perform exceedingly well and above and beyond in the top of my field. And I think everybody can find that. And it might be something that they're not even thinking of right now. But these guys are computer engineers. And as far as math, science, those applied types of activities, they are next level smart. But this is even better. Okay. So, big balls. That's right. The media was having such a big time with this whole big balls thing. Well, it turns out he just trolled the media and he's collecting money from them. I cannot get enough of this story. So this out of the Daily Mail, exclusive. Elon Musk chief nerd celebrates Doge appointment with elaborate $1,000 troll scam. And as I go through this, I want you to think about the fact that this is exactly who I want auditing the federal government. The person who can take money from the people who are perpetuating the fraud. I think it's beautiful. So, one of Elon Musk's nerd army is trolling his new fans by charging $1,000 to read a manifesto about why he joined Doge, only to find the post is blank. Actually, what he's doing isn't trolling. His new fans are the media trying to dig up dirt on him, okay? Gavin Kilger, 25, is one of 6 baby-faced boys with little to no government experience handpicked by the first buddy to sow havoc in civil service. He was one who sent a company-wide emails. He was the one who sent a company-wide email sent to USAID employees telling them not to come into the agent's Washington, D.C. headquarters on Monday. Kilger sent the instructions from a USAID email address he was provided with as part of high-level access to its systems, along with a fellow Doge nerd, Luke Ferrator. Now, interestingly, you need to understand that they were given the access. They did get the security clearances. So that's another thing that the media has been spinning. Okay. While the staff were kept home, Doge gained access to the agency's IT system, building security and classified materials, and began dismantling it. Just hours before he sent the email, Kilger made a post on his Substack page titled, "Why Doge? Why I Gave Up a 7-Figure Salary to Save America." Now, here's where it gets good, folks, because unlike the rest of his Substack, this post was subscriber only with a $1,000 a month fee, or $10,000 for the whole year, to access a single word of it. However, those who were curious enough to cough up the extraordinary fee found that there wasn't even that. The post was completely blank. So this is what it looked like. Why? I gave up a 7-figure salary to save America, and it's blank. Smash that like if you would, please. Now, here's the thing. No conservative in their right mind is going to give up the $1,000 who's giving up the $1,000 or $10,000 is your mainstream media pundits who are trying to dig up dirt on this guy. So people, somebody whose handle was not a name said poetically blank, please reevaluate your life choices. Okay. And the stupid page went goofy on me here. Hold on a sec. All right. Kilger furthered his elaborate trolling with a bizarre voicemail greeting that pointed anyone who called his registered phone number to the post. So I listened to the voicemail. I won't play. Basically, it's one of those voicemails, where you actually think that there's somebody on the other end of the line, and he's driving through a tunnel, and then he's like, "Oh, well, maybe you can get your questions asked at my Substack." Because it's all media, folks. Do you guys get what he did here? I just think this is so great. I'm sorry if you don't. Do you guys all think this is incredibly funny like I do? This is so funny. He pretended he was driving through a tunnel and having trouble hearing the call, then eventually exclaiming, "They said what? No, I don't think that's right." And then made a pitch for the caller to read his Substack. This is so funny because he's got this registered phone number that then the media would be calling to dig up their big ball story, which they thought was like the big thing, right? So Kilger's claim that he left a 7-figure job to join Doge is also dubious, as his private sector work didn't include such a role. So he was probably making a few $100,000 a year is what it amounted to, folks. But it just makes the whole thing saucier and spicier. Anyways, Kilger graduated from the University of California, Berkeley, which I think is even better because here's this dude wearing a mega hat. And he came out of Berkeley. I mean, talk about, utilizing the left's own devices against itself. They thought that they would turn him woke. All they did was gave him a great computer engineering degree. And he ended up being the smartest guy in the room. Anyways, Musk last month appointed him a special advisor to the Director for Information Technology Office at the Office of Personnel Management, where numerous other Musk lackeys were installed. Again, this is, the wording, I'm just reading this from the Daily Mail, okay? The Tesla owner has essentially taken over the OPM along with General Services Administration through his leadership of Doge. Kilger's now deleted GitHub from his time at Berkeley claims he is an Eagle Scout. So this guy's an Eagle Scout, National Merit Scholar, National AP Scholar, and a black belt first Dan in Taekwondo, and an accomplished pianist. And on the side, he's solving our government woes. Whether that means developing software, researching system deployment, or working in some other sphere, I know I will contribute insight and creativity towards meeting the challenges I face. Musk enlisted a young troop of men aged 19 to 25, 3 of whom are believed to still be in college, to fill high-powered roles and cut costs. At just 19, Edward Korestein is the youngest of the fresh-faced bunch, taking on corporate America and long-standing government institutions. This is wild. This is another one. According to Wired, he's been dubbed an expert in his field, and specifics about his role aren't yet clear. Akasha Boba and Ethan Shortron and Luke Ferrator, 23, along with Korestein, have reportedly been granted a suite level clearance for their work, meaning they can work out of the agency's top floor with access to all physical spaces and IT systems. Musk's Doge has been rapidly growing in power and expanding its remit, most recently securing clearance to access restricted parts of General Services Administration buildings and IT systems. These systems, and this is where, this is like, see, the Daily Mail is supposed to be right-wing, right? They're not. Listen to their wording. These systems store sensitive data, including social security numbers, addresses, and contact information. What is Elon Musk going to do with your social? You can apply for a credit card while the whole world's watching him. I mean, these things are so dumb, okay? But this one's great. Here, where is I want to find? Luke Ferrator. He's that guy who won the $700,000 prize after using AI technology to help decipher a 2,000-year-old document, part of the Vesuvius scrolls from Pompeii, which scientists had been trying and failing to solve for centuries. So these are obviously smart people, okay? After widespread criticism about the men's youth, Musk released a statement about the appointments. Time to confess. Media reports saying that Doge has some of the world's best software engineers are in fact true, Musk wrote on X. Okay. Where's the... Oh, yeah. This is so good. The youngest of Musk's elite squad is just 19 and a student at Northeastern University in Boston. Korstein reportedly interned at Neuralink for 3 months last summer after graduating high school. Okay. Wired cited sources alleging Korstein has been conducting calls with staff in the department and making them go over code they had written and justify their jobs. Can you imagine these government bureaucrats having to deal with a 19-year-old looking over their code and asking them to justify their jobs? It's absolutely beautiful. You know, it's funny because a lot of people they have a problem with that. And I think it's great because I think that the people in government should have to justify their jobs. That's what I think. So I don't know. I think this is just the greatest troll. I mean, basically getting the media to cough up $1,000 to get to his document, which is nothing. I thought this was the greatest thing I've read. I might be the greatest thing I've read all day. Anyways, the rest of this day I have got filled with other things going on. So this will probably be my only video of the day. If you haven't had a chance, make sure you check out the videos from yesterday. I interviewed an attorney about the TROs. I also interviewed Tom Tiffany out of Wisconsin about the way they're trying to steal the U.S. Congress through a state Supreme Court race in Wisconsin. If you haven't seen that, it's absolutely wild. So I encourage you to go check out the videos from yesterday, those 2 live streams especially. Keep fighting the good fight, folks. I love y'all. All right. Peace out.